Hi Aries, this is Teresa from Tarot by Tea. I'm back and thank you for your patience for waiting. I'm doing things a little differently this month. I'm starting to do readings that are timeless. So I'm going to ask a question and I'm not even going to have a topic. I'm going to let the cards determine the topic. So what does Aries need to know at this moment in time? It could be love, it could be career, it could be money, whatever. We'll see what the message comes. What is the most important thing that Aries needs to know at this time? And that's what the reading will be about. And I'm not going to do astrology in this video. I'm going to do astrology in a separate thing. So this is just tarot. What does Aries need to know at this moment? What is coming up for Aries in their life? What message do you have for Aries at this time that they need to hear? The Six of Swords, the Eight of Cups, the Nine of Pentacles, the King of Cups, the Two of Swords, the Death card, the Emperor, the Hangman, the World, and the Knight of Swords. And the card at the bottom of the deck is the Four of Cups. Okay. So, the Six of Swords talks about, and the Eight of Cups, walking away, moving on. The good thing about the Six of Swords is you're moving away from difficulty. So if you've been struggling with something, I feel like that time and that period is coming to an end. If you've been feeling bored, and your life is feeling like it was stagnating, the Six of Swords energy is about movement away from difficulties, resolving issues that were difficult. You have the Eight of Cups crossing here. The Eight of Cups is about walking away from something. It could even be a relationship that was once good but it's no longer fulfilling. And you're looking for something more, something that really speaks to your soul. So if you've been feeling stuck in your life, like nothing is moving, I'm doing the same old, nobody cares about me, because you have this Four of Cups. This is a card of boredom and dissatisfaction. Like nothing is really exciting in your life anymore. And you need that passion, you need that feeling of excitement, or feeling that you're doing something that really makes a difference to your life, that it gives you a reason to get up in the morning. So in the past, you have the Nine of Pentacles. This is a card of financial security, feeling. So you might even be connecting with, sometimes it's a card of having your own business. It's an entrepreneurship card. But what it means is, okay, I have a secure place to live. I have money in the bank. I have income. But what good is having all those things if I don't have someone to share it with? So I feel like a part of you is looking for some type of connection, even as you're moving away from something that's no longer fulfilling. So for some of you, it could be walking away from a relationship. For others, it could be a career path. But I feel like the main goal is I want to do something that's fulfilling, that speaks to my soul. I don't want to just do a job just because it pays the bills. I don't want to be in a relationship just because it represents security for me. I want something that really means something, that gives me, that inspires me. And so with the Eight of Cups especially, that's about sometimes You're looking for some spiritual connection too. It's not just doing something. There has to be some kind of spiritual goal behind it, or some kind of mission, maybe, possibly. In the past, you have the King of Cups. Now, the King of Cups energy could be a person that's very compassionate. It could be a counselor. If you were talking to someone for advice, this person could be a good advisor, a good counselor, someone who could bring reason and compassion to your life, help you to see things from a different perspective. This is a person you can tell your troubles to, and they kind of understand. They understand where you're coming from. And that can be male or female. But the thing about the King of Cups is very compassionate, very caring, a healer. And that healer could be a doctor, a medical profession, but could also be, a counselor, like a psychological confidant or a friend. You could be going to a counselor, getting some type of therapy or counseling. It could even be a good friend that just listens to you when you have a problem and you go to talk to them. With the Four of Cups here, I feel like you've been bored and feeling, this is a card of boredom, feeling underappreciated, like I'm not really happy with my situation, but I don't know if I'm ready to change it. I feel like you're making that decision soon. Within the month, you're going to be making a decision about what direction you want to go in. Because here, something is being offered to you. So maybe people have offered you love, or there could have been a job offer or a love offer coming in. But it wasn't exactly what you wanted. So even though you had something, it's like, you really want a pizza and someone's giving you a hamburger. It's like, no, I don't really want that. I want, I'm hungry and I want food, but it's not the food I want. So it's even love. I want a relationship, but the people that are interested in me, I'm not really interested in them. They don't spark anything in me. Or if it's a job, I could take this job, it'll pay the bills, but I don't really like the work. It doesn't inspire me. So that was where you've been, and you might even still be there, but I feel like that is shifting. You have the Two of Swords coming up in the future. The Two of Swords is about trying to make a decision, and you've been kind of on the fence. Two of Swords energy is, I don't know what to do, so I won't do anything. It's also a card of waiting for someone else to make a move. So there could be that you don't want to put yourself out on a limb. Maybe you've had a falling out with someone, and you're not sure how they feel about you anymore. And the Two of Swords is like, I'm waiting to get a sign from them if I should continue or if I need to move on. Because you don't want to, I feel like a part of you doesn't want to make that first move, but someone has to break the ice, and it may have to be you. Because otherwise you'll just be indefinitely on the fence, and you have to start moving. You realize that. I think you're going to start to realize that this month. There's so much, the energy of these cards are about moving on, about giving something up for something better, about ending something that is no longer working and having to admit that. Sometimes the King of Cups, I just want to throw this in, and it may not be for everyone, but for some of you, if you have any kind of tendency to overdo in terms of drinking or some type of an addiction, either food, drinking, whatever, I feel like that energy is fading. Maybe you spent a little too much time overindulging in the past. I feel like you're coming out of that, and now you've got decisions to make. And in the future, you have the Death card. Now, that doesn't mean physical death, but it does mean transformation. It means the end of a cycle that's no longer working. And you have to admit that death. You have to come to terms with it. You have to, bless it. So if something is ending in your world, a cycle of life, a way of living, relationships, it could be a lot of, areas in your life are coming. You're closing out a cycle. You have to bless it. If you see this guy, he's at a grave, leaving a flower. So it's like something, it could be a relationship that has ended, and even though it was once very important to you and it meant a lot to you, you have to accept that it's over and move on and create a new cycle But before you can bring the new energy in, you have to clear out the old. So I feel like right now you're in that process of transitioning, clearing out the old, putting something to bed, realizing that this cycle, this part of my life, this relationship, this career, this job, whatever it is, I feel like it's more of a relationship. I'm getting more relationship energy. It's time to end it, to say goodbye and move on, and to bless it for everything that it has brought to you up until this point. You have the Emperor here. The Emperor is in your negative thinking sector. So the Emperor is about taking charge of your own life. And it is the Aries card. I mean, the Emperor could represent Aries. The Emperor could represent Capricorn, Scorpio. Sometimes I see the Emperor as Capricorn. But what it means is it's the CEO. It's the executive. It's the person who takes charge of their life. You're not waiting for someone else to solve your problems. Not waiting to be rescued. But saying, hey, I've got to get a grip on my life. If I want something to happen, I have to make it happen. I can't wait for heaven to just drop it in my lap. So the Emperor is about owning that energy, owning the energy of the boss, the CEO, the person who is organized, who makes things happen, who's disciplined, who makes a commitment to their goal and takes action to fulfill it, to get to that goal. When it's in your negative thinking sector, maybe you feel like you don't have the energy or you don't have the ability, but you do. Aries is a fire sign, and all fire signs are natural born leaders. And especially Aries, you have the most courage out of all the signs in the zodiac. It doesn't mean you don't feel the fear. Courage doesn't mean not feeling fear. Courage means feeling the fear but doing it anyway. So you have to overcome your block around responsibility. If you have any, if you have any problems around authority figures or even owning your own authority, owning your own ability to direct your life, this is what you need to work on right now. To know that you can be a leader in your own life. You can create a better tomorrow. In your environment, you have the Hangman. Another card of giving something up for something better, moving on, making a sacrifice. Now, the Hangman can sometimes represent delays. So you have to be patient. It's not like things are going to happen overnight. Change doesn't, real change, permanent change does not happen overnight. It's a process. And you're in this process. But the outcome will be excellent if you stay committed and you give up your attachment to things that are no longer working. If you accept that something is ending and you need to release it, and now you're starting to work, you have to develop a strategy or plan or goal for what's next and start working towards that, you will wind up in a good place. The Hangman also involves seeing things from a different perspective. You may feel like you're like people don't get you, they don't understand you, people around you are not seeing things from your perspective. You may have a unique take on the world and on your situation, and no one's getting it. But that doesn't mean it has to stop you. You still have to have a dream and a goal, and you can still take action. And I feel like this King of Cups, though, I feel like there's someone there that can advise you and guide you. But ultimately, you have to make the decision, and you have to take the action. You have to do the work. No one is going to do it for you. And that's what the Emperor is about. It's about taking responsibility. Hey, the buck stops here. I can listen to people's advice, but when it comes down to it, I have to make the decision. I have to take action. I'm the CEO, right, of my life. So the Hangman is about, and you've got all these major arcana. 1, 2, 3, 4. Where else? Okay, at least 4. So that's major turning point. The wish fulfillment card. You have the World. The World is about, again, it's another ending of a cycle, something coming to completion. But it's also a card of, it's more positive than the Death card. Like the Death, you have to kind of accept an ending. You have no choice. The World is about, if you're doing the work and you're working toward a goal, it can represent successful completion, arriving at your destination. living in a state of grace, existing in a, I mean, you can create that. You can create a life that really inspires you, where you feel like, why did I wait so long? Now I'm here. But you have to do all these things first. Release the past, bless it, release it, make a decision, develop a strategic plan, take action, own it. You have to own, take responsibility, and you can arrive at the world. The world is a great place. It's the ending of another of a cycle and moving up to another level. So you're ready to transition to a higher level. But first, you have to release what's no longer serving you. And the final card is the Knight of Swords. This is a card, this is the warrior card. This is a person who is ready to jump in and do battle. So no matter what obstacles are in your way, you're making a quick departure. You're taking action. And that's kind of Aries energy too. Because once an Aries makes up their mind, they don't want to wait. They want to get on it right away. So you're ready. I think right now, over this next couple of weeks, you're going to be making the decision. You're going to be coming to some type of realization about what you need to do, what you need to release, and where you need to go from here. And then when you finally make that decision, okay, this is what I want to do, then you're going to be on it. And it can wind up very successful. So don't be afraid to take action. Don't be afraid to take responsibility. And don't be afraid to release the past that's been holding you back. Anything from the past that's been holding you back from owning your Emperor energy. You have to step into the Emperor energy this month, over the next several weeks, because I feel like I'm getting this 1 month time card, time energy from this reading. And you can be successful if you have the courage to take action and to own, like I said, own your responsibility, own your part in any problems, be willing to make decisions and do the work, and you will be golden. Okay, so let's see what the angels have to say for Aries. I love these angel cards. I find that they're very insightful. What does Aries need to know? What message do the angels have to say? Action! Here we go. That's what I was saying. Drop all fear and just do it. You have the power to create and be whatever you truly want. Look inside your heart and take positive action in those things that bring you closer to achieving your desired goals. Nothing can stop you except your own fears. This card is positive confirmation from God and the angels that the time is right for you to start a new and exciting venture. So there you have it, Aries. The theme for this reading is take action. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. I'm going to leave it here, and I will talk to you again soon. Love you guys. Okay, bye.